Welcome back everyone to more career mode gameplay of SRX the game. And in today's video, we're headed to the quarter mile Prairie Creek. Now because it's a quarter mile and it has very little banking, this should provide quite a bit of action. Now off the top of my head, I don't remember the track itself, especially after looking at the shape of it, but the fact that it is so short and with very little banking should get interesting, shall we say. Now, before we get to the race, we need to hop over to the garage and take a look at where we are. Now, we definitely need to do some repair work. Not that it's costing us any performance right now. But first, I want to take a look at the chassis and see what it's going to cost us for our next upgrade. So, it looks like $24,800. So, we're about $9,000 from that right now. So, we've got a good ways away from that. Maybe a couple of races, we should be able to get there. Now, the real kicker is when we get to the engine upgrade. That's going to cost us $44,000, and that is going to take a while. So if we come back out of that, move over to the schedule, Prairie Creek is race number 10 of 14. Remember, we're running a limited schedule here in our first season, so only 14 races. That means that we should have everything we need for our next chassis upgrade. However, the engine upgrade, not so much. In fact, I'm not even sure we could do another season of 14 races and earn enough money to get that next engine upgrade. So we'll have to see how all of this goes. Now, obviously, we're in 35th position in the standings right now. We're definitely performance-wise not ready to move up to the next division, nor am I terribly worried about that. But one of our goals long-term is obviously to open up other divisions so that we can move up through all the way into the SRX division. But right now, we're focused on upgrading our car. We've had some great results. So far, we're at 52 on performance, and that is about 43% upgraded. And we are very much looking to get closer and closer to that 95 to 100% overall upgrades. So I believe that takes care of everything here on the home screen. Let's head to the track. Practice and qualifying now in the books, and things went surprisingly well. We met our goal time. 10:46 was the goal in practice. Our best lap, and I ran, I think, 2 laps, maybe just one. I can't remember exactly, but not many. 10:35 was our best lap. Qualifying, very similar to that at a 10:39. So overall, not too bad. Now we're still at the back of the field, heat race number 4, and we'll be starting in the 9th position. Now, the last thing I want to bring your attention to is at the bottom of the screen, the car setup. You notice I'm using a custom setup as opposed to one of the recommended setups that I've been using, and that is because by the time you see this video, I should have the 305 setup video live here on the channel, and that is what I'll be using from here on out as far as setups for the 305 cars. Obviously, there will be changes based on each track for various reasons, but overall, that is the setup I'll be using, and we'll talk about a lot of different things in that video if you haven't watched it already. It's not just about a setup, it's about how to adjust the car to fit your driving style.
Good luck, everybody.
All right, top 4 go to the A main, and one of these days we will make it to the point where we can realistically think that we can make it to the A main. But for right now, our first goal, wow, these guys took off really quick. All right, let's see if we can make some headway here. Of course, our first goal, ooh, a slid missed my entry there. So this track was the stuff of nightmares in the last game, Tony Stewart's All-American Racing, and wow. All right, little contact there, admittedly. I didn't give him a whole lot of room there. Well, the good news is we're able to hang on to these guys. Oh, well, until then anyway. So you saw the guys make contact in front of us. Unfortunately for us, we weren't able to make any headway because of that. because I totally missed the corner. Alright, so now I'm basically trying some things out. This becomes my test session here in the heat race. Thankfully, you can see the leader coming through there. Again, if you're wondering about the difference in speed between us and the leader, that's it. Now I'm just going to stick up on the high side a little bit here to finish things off. So 8th position, I'll take it. That is very nice. And we're not going to the D main, we're going straight to the C.
It's the C main where the top 5 finishers advance.
Top 5 advance to the B main, that's where we want to be. We want to consistently be in that B main because that's going to give us much better finishes. And of course, better finishes means more money. All right, so let's, once again, we're going to hang out on this bottom. Let's see what we can do. Ikes, lots of contact. I remember that from the first game. These guys give you no room, so that's the way they're going to race us. So that's where we're going to race them as well. And once again, I have slidden way up. Slidden, that's a word. I just made it up. Oh yeah, yeah, I am. Oh, is it just me or is there like no grip whatsoever on the upper end of this track? Yikes. Because I am sliding all over the place if I miss my mark at all. Yep, I'm just everywhere. All right, we cannot lose this 5th position. We cannot. Trying to cover the bottom and maintain as much speed as possible. All right, 13 laps to go, which is a long time. Not in terms of actual time, seconds and minutes, but at this track for me, this track is the stuff of nightmares from All-American Racing. I don't remember ever having a decent finish at this place. What I do remember is a lot of contact and a lot of struggles with the AI. All right, 10 laps to go. Putting down some decent laps as long as I can get into a rhythm. But again, this track is just a struggle for me. One of many that are a struggle. Ooh, that's yikes. That's worse than horrible. One corner entry there. That was a little better. Still not where I wanted it. All right, how many laps do we have left? I haven't even had a chance to look here lately. All right, 5 laps to go. Lap times are still decent based off of where I think I should be with this car right now, which is in the 2s. If I can stay in the 2s, then I would be happy. But right now, I am not there. I was there for a little bit. Oh, 1s. I'll take 1s. I definitely did not think I was going to get anything in the 1s. But it looks like as long as we stay around the 3s, a 10.3 or so, then we're good right here. But of course, we're still in 3rd position. So we're not exactly leading. Okay, 3rd position. That gets us into the B main.
To the B main, where the top 5 finishers all advance to the A main.
That's right, you heard the man. Top 5 advance to the A main. So we got a long way to go before we can get there. Because we're essentially starting at the back of the field. All right, we're keeping up with these guys, but yeah, it's going to take a little work before we can get by them. Boy, keeping this thing hugged on the bottom is yikes. Because when you have to go to the bottom, even on the straightaways, because I'm trying to give these guys some room. Oh, yeah, this is disastrous. We got some time, though. If I could figure this out, I'm generally pretty good if I have open track. You know, in other words, if I'm alone on the track or not fighting for position. But right now, I've got a guy right on my inside, and I'm trying to give him just enough room not to cut him off, because I don't want to cause a wreck. So for anybody who's wondering, I am not using the brake here. I'm trying to figure this thing out without the brake, and I believe I'm going to have to use it eventually if we're going to be any good here. Again, if we're in traffic. Alone, I definitely don't need to use it because I'm able to get the car rotated nicely. But right now, we're in a struggle. But yeah, when I get this thing turned properly, we can put down some laps. And what I would consider getting the most out of this car at our current level of performance. You can see these last few laps I've been in the ones, so things are going pretty good. But you can see even running ones and twos, we are not making a ton of headway on these guys in front of us. So it appears that based on that right now we are essentially somewhere between 11th and 15th in the B main with our current car. I mean, I'm able to run these guys down a little bit, but nothing big. Still looking out for that leader. I know the leader's got to be around here somewhere coming through to Lapis. Oh, you see what happens there when you miss the corner. Alright, that guy. Come on, man. I need you to get in there. Oh, we could have held on and got 11th there. But either way, we were not going to be able to advance to the A main. We just don't have that kind of car just yet. Not without reducing the difficulty anyway, which I desperately do not want to have to do. We're at expert level now, and I want to keep it there and then eventually be able to increase that. But overall, I am extremely happy with our performance today at Prairie Creek. Tough track for me. We made it to the B main. Overall, 12th place finish there. I will take it. Now let's move on and see what we get as far as our final results, our money, and so on. So 32nd place finish. Again, I'm happy with that. Very happy with that overall. Season standing is at a 33rd place. So again, we're right there in line with our normal performance. All right, so overall, $7,400. We would definitely like to see a lot more than that per race, but this is one of those racetracks that doesn't have the highest purse amount, below $10,000, which seems like a fairly good cutoff. But the good news is, look at the third line over. Merch sold, we're at $45 now. We were at $10 for the longest time. Now we've made our way up to $45, so thank you very much to whoever is coming by and buying the hats and the t-shirts. We're not selling many of them, but a huge thank you to those of you who are. So $3,900 overall for the race payout. We'll take it and we'll move on. So that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hope you guys are enjoying this series as much as I am.